In this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process of how to design a church flyer for online service, just like this one. And this is coming up. Hello everybody and welcome to the channel once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, please hit on the subscribe button. If you're old here, thank you so much for showing up. So as usual, a link to download all the resources that I'll be using in this video will be in the description. Be sure to check it out. Now let's jump right into Photoshop. First things first, you're going to have to create a new document. So you go to File, New, and then you're going to create a new document of 4x4. You're designing this for social media, of course. This time around, coronavirus is here, so no physical meetings. We are doing it all on a virtual site. So you click OK, and then you're supposed to have something like this. Let's add a gradient. So you come to the adjustment layers over here. You left click and then you go to the gradients. I'm going to use a gradient that I've already set. I'll leave the hex codes in case you want to use that. Now this is the first hex code if you want to use it right over here, and this is going to be the second one. If you want to use that, it will be right over there. So you click OK and then you click OK over here. I'm going to maintain my angle to 90% and change this one to radial, and I'm going to reverse it right over here. Now I'm going to decrease this one up to about 70%, and then whilst this one is selected, you can easily drag this to any point or any position at all. So it's a simple trick here. So I would want mine to be around here because that is where I'm going to have the test. But in case we would have to readjust, I think we can do it in the subsequent steps. So you go ahead and then you click OK. Head over to your resources and bring in your first background. So this is going to be the church background. You bring it inside of Photoshop. So you're going to hold Alt and then Shift, and then you're going to open this one up like this. You don't actually want it to fill the whole of the scene, but it's just fine. Double click right over here to get the transformations done. Right click and then you rasterize the layer. I believe by now you understand the reason why we rasterize. Now we're going to press Ctrl Shift and then U to desaturate the image because we don't want the color. What we're going to do next is we go to Filter, Blur, and then the Gaussian blur, and then we're going to add a bit of Gaussian blur to it, so something like this, and you click OK right from here. Once you're done with that, you can go to the blending mode and then you change this one to overlay. Overlay is one of the beautiful things that I've been using for a couple of while now. Now you can actually decrease the opacity, but that is fine if you want to maintain the full opacity as well. Let's go inside of our resources and bring in our second image. So this is an image that I grabbed from Google as well. All rights reserved to the rightful owners. So I'm just going to right click on this one, rasterize the layer. I'm going to press Ctrl Shift and then U because I don't want the colors actually. It makes the design kind of something else. So I'm going to select the blending mode here, and then I'm going to apply the overlay to it as well. So it's basically serving as the phone because this is an online service, right? So you go ahead and then you add a layer mask to it. We don't want all these parts. Make sure that your foreground color is black, and then you choose your brush tool, and then you can start to brush off these areas that you don't really want to apply. So you realize that the second background blends beautifully with the first background. So from here we go to our resources, and then I'm going to bring in the third particular background that I use. So I'll drag and drop it inside of Photoshop. I want it somewhere around here, so you can open it up something like this, and then you change the blending mode to overlay as well. So we don't actually want these curves, so you right click, you rasterize, and then you can add a layer mask to it. So I'm going to brush off the very edges just like that, and you see it will blend. It has to blend with the other backgrounds. That is the first and then the second one. So you can sort of push it to this side if it doesn't feel okay for you, because this is actually a live video, so it has to get this particular kind of concept. Alright, so once you're done with that, you go to your rectangle, you choose the rectangle tool, and then you can create a rectangle around here. You go ahead and then you can change the color to white over here, and then you make sure it is quite okay right over there, because you're going to fill there with particular information. Next off, I'll go and bring in my image. I've already taken off the background so that it is going to be very simple for us. If you want to know how to take out the background step by step, you might want to consider a video link that I'll put in the description, or perhaps the YouTube card over here. So I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform him up a little bit more. And please don't forget that you shouldn't tell him that I'm using his picture, okay? So right over here, and I'm going to right click, rasterize, and I'm going to add a layer mask to it, because I don't want the down parts to be there. I don't know, but I just don't want it to be there. So I'm going to brush that one off just like that right over here, and bingo. I think this looks good. You can push him down a little bit, and then let's try to brush off this area as well. Okay, so we are good to go. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a text and all those things to it. So first off, I'm going to grab the text tool and I'm going to type in a text. I'm using a font called Railway, so I'm going to start a text right over here, and I'm going to type in, let me reduce the size first right there. So Eastwood, okay, let me just turn on my caps. So Eastwood Anaba Ministries. Okay, so I'm going to select it all and I'm going to change the color right over here to white. I'll press Ctrl T to transform it, and then I'll hold Shift and transform it diagonally and beautifully. So I'll press Ctrl A and I'm going to center it horizontally like that. I'll bring this one down a little bit and I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform it out. So something like this. I right click and go to the blending options from here, and then I'm going to drop a shadow to that. I'll increase the shadow up and click OK, and then I'm going to close this one up. Okay, so why don't we try to make this one bold? Select it all and then you change this from semi-bold to bold. Remember, I'm going to put a link to download all the fonts in the description so you can check it out. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create the rounded rectangle. So you come here, you right click, and then you should see the rounded rectangle over here. Select that, and then you create a very small, simple rounded rectangle over here, just like that. The color is already white, so we don't touch it. We're just going to pick our text tool and we're going to write another text. But in this case, you're not going to write inside of the rounded rectangle. Let me just write beside of it. So I'm going to write join and I'm going to select it all and create or select a different color, say a blue black right from there, and then I can click OK. I don't need this one to be in bold, so I'll go for my semi-bold back and I'll press Ctrl T, transform it and drag it inside of my rounded rectangle so that I can carefully scale it to be good right over there. So join you get the point. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the text. So you press Ctrl J and then you can duplicate that and then you drag it right beneath of the hour. Okay, and then you're going to pick your text tool, T for the shortcut. You're going to select this one, all of it, and then you're going to type online. So online right over here. Why am I messing with the caps lock today? Okay, so back to the bold. I'm just trying to maintain a one font design, which is going to be very simple. So I'll press Ctrl T to transform it, but I'll leave other fonts in the description in case you just want to use it. Okay, like a vertical insert. So you open it up like this and then you drag it right over here. We're going to select it all. So you select it all by pressing Ctrl A, and then you're going to change the color to yellow, something yellow over here. What do you think? So I think this looks good. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate that once again. I'll press Ctrl J. I'm just going to duplicate that, select this one. I'm going to change this to the semi-bold and I'm going to change the color to white. Click OK, and then I'm going to type service over here. So it's going to read join our online service. Simple. and I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform it out to make it a little bit smaller. Don't forget, less is small, so we're not just making this very kind of cluttered or anything, like very simple and minimalistic. Okay, so I'm going to right click on this one, go to the blending options, and I'm going to add a drop shadow to it. I'm going to increase the shadow like that and decrease the opacity so that it can actually blend with the background. What do you think? I think it looks good right over there. Simple. So I'm going to close this one over here, and I decided to add the date to it so that we can free up some space over here for the social media handles. Okay, so what I did is I duplicated the text again, brought it down like that, and I'm going to type in my date. So I'm going to use next Sunday, which is 24th and 05, that is May 2020. Okay, but in this case I'm not going to use the font Railway. I'm going to use my other favorite font, Acrobat. So I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform it out to be smaller like that, and I'm going to take OK from here. I'm going to select all of it, open the toggle character, and I'm going to open the tracking. So I'm going to open it up to about 300, anyhow you want to make it. Just make sure that it is well spaced out, something like that. And let's change the color to a brighten color like this one, something brightening like that. And then you can press Ctrl T to transform it out like this. So you take your time to position it and it should be good to go. So I'm going to change this particular font to a font called Scriptina. I think, yeah, it's right over here. And then I'm going to change this one to width. So width and the pastor's name, right? So I'm going to place it over here, change the color to the yellow color that we used, so right over there. And then I'm going to duplicate that again, so full of duplication. I'll drag it beneath of it, and I'm going to change this one back to Railway and with the pastor's. So I made a mistake with I'm going to correct that. So the pastor's name, that is going to be Eastwood, or Reverend Eastwood Anaba. Okay, so Eastwood Anaba. Let me just add a Reverend over here like that. So I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to change this one to medium, and I'll press Ctrl T to transform it out to be a little bit smaller like that, and change the color to white. So white over here, click OK, and before I forget, let me fix my width here. So it's going to be width Eastwood Anaba, right? You can actually increase the width. The font is beautiful, so it makes the kind of like the design or that particular place eye-catching, right? So you can select the two of them by holding Control, and then you bring it right over here. So church service, online church service with Eastwood Anaba. The next thing that we're going to do is still on top of this one. We're going to set the live streaming. So you select your text, and then you're going to type in here live streaming or live stream, anyhow you want it. Which one is the correct one? So I'm going to change the color to the dark blue, and I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform it out like this. So live stream over here, a little bit smaller. Let me just zoom in so that you can see like that. And then I'll go back to the resources, and I'm going to bring in this Facebook header. So I'm going to drag this Facebook header inside right over there, and I'm going to leave it over here. So I'll hold Shift and then Alt to transform it out like that, and then I can bring it right over here, make it a little bit smaller. But then you realize that this one looks a bit faded. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and then rasterize the layer. I'm going to press Ctrl Shift and then L to auto level it, and then I'm going to press Ctrl L to kind of add a bit of level to it so that the reds and then the blues in there can come. After that, I can convert it back to Smart Object so that I can decrease it out a little bit. So it's going to be like live stream, Facebook Live, and then you add the rest of the social media to it. Okay, So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to select this and drop it inside of Photoshop. Let me just get rid of this one, we don't need it anymore. So I'm going to select these 3 social media right over here, select that, press Ctrl J to duplicate it, and then I'll drag and drop it inside of what we are working on. So I have it right over here. I right click and convert it to a smart object so that I can decrease it. So Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram. And I'll come back here, I'll select YouTube separately like that, press Ctrl J and then copy it and add it over here because it wasn't part of the ones that were just on point. So after this, I can basically select these 2 by holding Control and selecting it, and then press Ctrl E to merge it. So you realize that these ones are merged, and from there I can go to the blending options, and then I can add a color overlay to it. So I'm going to give it like this particular color over here, fine, like dark blue, and then I'm going to click OK and OK from here. I'm going to right click and convert that to smart object so that I can transform it. So I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform it out a little bit like that, and then I'm going to add the ministry name. So right underneath of this one, I'm going to add Eastwood Anaba Ministries. Kindly excuse the typographical errors in case you find one. So right over there, and then you can decrease it, or you press Ctrl T if you want to save yourself time. But we want to make this one bold, so you select it all, and then you can change this one right over here to semi bold, or perhaps bold so that it can be big enough to be seen. So Reverend or Eastwood Anaba Ministry. So you can push it down and push this one too down a little bit, push this one down, and then it should be good to go. So I just realized that I make this Anana. That's crazy. So Anaba right over here, let me just change that. And the final thing that we're going to add will be the time. So on top of all this one, I'm going to select my rectangle to create a very small rectangle over here. I want the color to be white so that it can blend with the rectangle here, and then I can push it up over here. Next off, I'm going to select my text tool and type in 8 p.m. GMT. It's not Ghana Man time, okay? So it's GMT, not Ghana Man time, please. Actually, this one is supposed to be AM because it does its services in the morning. And I'm going to press Ctrl T to transform it out smaller like this. Change the color, so I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to drag it inside of the rectangle that we created. So you can press Ctrl T to transform it if it feels so small, or you can basically change this one from medium to semi bold, and I think that should be fine right over there. So I feel like adding streaming MIG to this one, so live streaming over there. So that will imply that I have to kind of transform this one or something, or it has to be on top of the rectangle over there. So basically, let me just bring this one down a little bit and this one too down so that it can actually show. And from here, you can group all of these ones and then press Ctrl G to group that, leaving the picture and the other things. Lastly, if this feels so brightening for you, you can actually open the backgrounds here on top of the rectangle, add a new layer, and then pick your brush to make sure that your foreground color is black, and then you're going to open this one up, and then you're going to paint here some blacks. Okay, from there you're going to change this one to overlay, and then you see the difference right over there, and you decrease the opacity way smaller like that. So you realize that if I turn this one off, that is how it looks, and this, but I prefer the brightening one. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments box. So that's pretty much it. That's how you create a very simple online church service flyer for your church. I hope this video was helpful. I'm planning to make this a series of videos. Let me know in the comment section if that is going to be an interesting episode that you would want to watch. And I'm planning of making a lot of these ones, including prayer Bible studies online conference a lot, and then share the templates for you guys for free. So let me know in the comment section if you want to see more of these type of videos. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Innocent here, and bye.